We got invited to play in Kurt Benkert's Madden Invitational Tournament. First one ever. There was 4 of us. It was me, kmac, who our game is against, who's ranked number 9 in the world, little old me, Throne, and of course you guys know MMG. Now we were playing this last night. I recorded the gameplay. You guys can watch the whole tournament. Go over to Kurt's Twitch. I think he did it on TikTok as well. But I'm going to break down the gameplay that I had against kmac again. Kind of David Goliath, or a lot of y'all think I'm not very good. So let's see how this one goes today. It was in regs. So, well, if it's in regs, I picked the Chiefs because honestly, I have no idea what to do. And he picked the Jets. Now, of course, he picked the Jets. They've got Aaron Rodgers, thinking he is pass lead elite and gunslinger. I picked the Chiefs, so Mahomes has pass lead elite hot route master, which could be helpful. But again, it was a game. It was a game. Let's break it down. I'm going to go through not every single play, because not every single play is important, but a lot of times you guys have only seen me just play sort of head-to-head games, weekend league games, and I kind of try, kind of don't try a lot of times. Unfortunately, that is what it is. I'm no longer trying to compete or anything, but for this one, I felt the need to all right, we got to try to play, because I would like to win in this case, because there was money on the line indeed. Boys, we have been on fire with NBA, less with NFL. Hopefully this gets us back on track this week on Prize Picks. Free square, which basically means use this, put it in one of your entries, and well, it's gonna be a winner on this one. And then you just got to get another one, and then you're gonna have a nice win over there on Thanksgiving. I will be posting my plays for the Thanksgiving games coming up on Thursday. Again, you want to get signed up now. Use code C when you code CC. My God, I'm tired today. Code CC. Sign up, get your first deposit matched up to $100. And again, if you sign up now, you'll be available and eligible to get Flex Friday, which is great because that means that you can do up to a $20 entry. And if it hits and you win, guess what? You win. If you loses, guess what? They give it back to you. So you actually can't lose. It is a great opportunity there. But I don't know what I'm going to be doing with my CMC square yet. I haven't figured it out yet. I've been looking. We got to make the right choices, but go try out Prize Picks. Best time. Enjoy time with your family, guys. It is Thanksgiving. Have fun. And if you're going to be with family, tell your uncle, tell your dad, tell your grandpa, check out Prize Picks. They're going to be watching to see what you're doing. Use code CC. Helps me out, guys, a ton. I love you. Back to the video. So I've got the game playing here for us. I, of course, was just running my very normal stuff. Everything you would think about. So my first goal here, since we got the ball to start, was let's see what he's going to do, because I did not know what he was going to do on offense or on defense. Could I have done some scouting? Sure. Would that have been smart? Absolutely. Did I do it? Absolutely not. So after we gained some yards in the first play, right here, I was going for a big play. Not really. I was only looking at X. I'll be honest. We took a sack. Okay, that kind of sucks, but I wanted it on. I'm going to take my shot on first down because, well, I'm probably not going to be punting regardless. So I know that I have 3 downs to make up yards if something bad happens. And then again, his focus, like he knows the formation well enough. He's looking at the corner route a lot, and he's going to look at the running back route a lot as well. Kind of smart, honestly. So for the most part, I'm going to take what is there. Again, when you're playing a better player, and kmac is a really, really good player, you have to play smart. You can't make too many mistakes, if any. One mistake could cost you the whole game. So we get to 3rd and 6 here. And again, so the route combo we throw out here with the curl was simply, I wanted to get his user out of the way, like make him make a choice. But thankfully what he did, right, so we actually have B open right there and RB. This is the perfect scenario for this play setup that I have on offense here, because he has to make a choice. And if I don't make a really fast choice, both those routes are going to kind of intersect. However, what you see and what I saw was the safeties leaving the middle of the field wide open. and that's where we go right here for the nice post. Unfortunately, and I say this, I actually aggressive caught this ball, I'm pretty sure, because I was trying to cut it off instead of racking it up the field where we might have scored. But regardless, we are downfield already. Nah, I'm starting to get a little bit of confidence here. All right, why wouldn't we be confident? It was a great play setup. We came from behind the sticks and all that. So here I'm just sort of checking his abilities to see what's going on. And at this point, a run was the right call, just to put it out there, right? We're in the red zone. Passing gets a little difficult in the red zone anyway, so let's do this. So then we go to our different setup here, which is completely open. It's completely open of what we're trying to do here. But you get shedded anytime there's a 4-man pass rush. Sheds can happen, and we see here that we are getting shedded, and I am throwing to A, and he is open. We have X open, we have B open, we have A open. So we just kind of got shedded there. It happens. It's part of the game. Like it's not cheated. It's not anything like that. It just happens, you know? So, okay. All right. So we're 3rd and 16 now. All right. 16 yards. A little more difficult here. But since everything was really open there, I wanted to go back to like the same thing here. And he rightfully so chases the deeper route, and we go underneath there. Again, that's a choice, right? From what he's sort of playing here. Seems to me he's adjusting kind of double Mabel-ish on one side, and it's sort of like just him in the middle of the field. So that's what I'm seeing. So that's where I want to have a high and a low attacking his user constantly. So we go 4th and 2, and I'm not going to kick a field goal here. It's not happening. Sorry, no need to. So I throw like a little hitch here on the left, as we can see there. And I was like, okay, so maybe he's not going to man it up, right? Or I can throw it kind of quickly here. But what happens is we just get shedded really, really quickly, because Y would be open. But I'm having to panic here and throw B. It probably isn't completed regardless, right? Again, because of the panic. If the pressure's not there, I'm going to throw it to Y, right? You guys know me. I know exactly what I want to look for there, but the pressure comes. We got pressured really hard on base defense twice there. It is what it is. Not much you can do about it. So he gets the ball. And he's got a long way to go. So the first play, I have to send pressure. I want to set that tone. And we do send a ton of pressure. And we are, I mean, that's almost a safety. That's almost a safety, boys, but it's not. It's not. Now, when you play against better players, he is going to figure out and adjust how to stop blitzes, slow stuff down, come up with the right sort of combinations to beat me here. So a lot of times I'm leaving stuff very easy, honestly, and then sometimes I'm kind of like over adjusting a little bit, but he had a great set of route combos here. And he moved the ball downfield really, really well this first drive. Again, I'm trying to do as much as I can, watch these plays. And there were some times we played some pretty good defense this first drive, but it's about learning, right? Generally in Madden, you should score on your first drive because your opponent doesn't really know exactly what you're going to do. And if you don't, right here, things can kind of go slightly sideways. I mean, I'm a pretty big underdog in this matchup. We kind of fumbled the not fumbled, but we didn't get any points, but we moved the ball really well. So there was some sort of confidence in here. As he audibles a few times between formations, it allows me to play different defenses. And look, I mean, we played great defense there, a great user coming back to stuff. But then there are certain plays right here where, again, I feel like everything's pretty locked up. And it is pretty locked up. Basic trips verticals. Again, not a bad solution, but I do have a very good defense against some of the more basic trips plays. Trips verticals is a super popular play. Super popular. It especially works against a lot of players. So we put this little hook out here to cover a crossing route, but he hits a beautiful flat route, 4th and inches. And again, on 4th and inches, he goes to an under center run. And I'm like, okay, I've never really seen this one. So I think like in Mutt, this probably works as a defense here. And it's honestly just slightly bad user. If you guys have seen me defend some of these outside stretches and stuff before, I'm pretty good at it generally. So I was pretty confident, but I did not react quick enough. I did not get in there. And yeah, that's all on me. I have to hook around and stop that run. We don't do it. He goes, takes the lead, 7-0. So what do we need to do now? Well, we need to score. So let me go and just get some easy yards right after a turnover, after you don't get points. You don't want to make a quick mistake. So I'm going in. We just throw a nice little flat right there. Let's just pick up some yards, right? Let's put ourselves in a decent spot here to make things work. And then we'll just go back to what we want to do. And again, seeing what's here, I try to get rid of that ball there. It's really good defense that play. Not much I could have done. Maybe I could have scrambled, but I'm pretty scared of scrambling with Mahomes in this. He's gonna fumble, right? He's gonna fumble. So what I was doing sort of all game 2 was really watching to see if my corner route is going to be open, right? And you could tell based on his defense when he has 3 defenders over here and I have 1 route. So over here is no need, but over here when he would do this setup, I know I'm just going to have a high-low, right? And we just take the high-low there. Real simple, real basic, honestly. So you'll see the difference of what he does in certain situations here. So as we go back to here, again, his user is over here now. We see him moving up, right? We saw him move up there. So where do we think that this other side defender, now he's going to go over to the left. He's going to put 3 defenders on that side because he knows that there's generally 3 routes over there. Smart adjustment by him. When he does that, it again opens stuff up as we're able to hit this, and I can just cut it off. Again, MVS, big body, 6'4", he's got really good speed and regs. Boys, we're doing good. We're doing good. We're moving the ball very, very well. No complaints from me just yet. Not yet, at least. So again, just sort of waiting to see. And here I wanted to scramble, but I saw the tight end just a little too late here. Unfortunately, I didn't see what his defense was at the time, but as I came up, right, I saw the tight end just wide open right over there. I don't know if it was really open or not. So I hurried up to see again if that's going to be open. That's the only reason I hurry up here, just to see if it's going to be open and try to go as quick as possible. And it doesn't really look like it is, but we playmaker up. You guys watch me enough, and you can playmaker this route very well. You see us hit it up. His user's just not ready for it. Why would you expect the ball to be there? We tie the game up, or sort of, because I ended up missing the extra point. I doinked it. Okay, whatever. Who cares? So then he's gonna get the ball, and we need to stop. We got ball first and all that. He makes a good play here. My user's a little out of position. Excellent read, excellent play call on offense. We get to the 2-minute warning. And again, I'm hoping maybe we can like slow him down just a little bit here. I'm trying to do a few different things. Again, I don't always want to do the same thing, but I do want to do the same thing a lot of times too, because I know how my coverage is going to react generally and what we can do here. So he goes to like some 4 verticals at times. We obviously get pressure. I think he was expecting us to be in more zone in that point in time, where we do mix up man and zone, but I try not to give too many tells to what I'm doing. With all that, right here is emotions Brees all out. I know that the tight end would be me, so that's all I was really looking at here. And once I saw that the tight end wasn't there, I came across, but again, just like a PA read sort of play, super good to get down the field. And if he's going to get down the field quick enough to give me a shot at points before half, it's might as well, right? So I'm going to play more aggressive in those situations. Good little juke by him here. He goes back to some runs. And again, even though he's scored on a run before, I'm not worried about a run. Like, I'm not really going to be overly concerned because I think that the defense we play is generally very, very good run defense. If my user's in the right spot. So again, we get to this point here and we're going to coverage up. You see me just tons and tons of adjustments and just throwing stuff out here just to see like, oh, I don't know. And we're just going to sort of run back across the field. Everything's covered. Good. We hold them to 3. We get the ball. We're down 10-6. We have no timeouts, so we have to play kind of smart. I went to see if we could get a big play to start. No, not quite. So I just go back to see like, all right, so I took some time off the clock there intentionally, just in case like we totally messed up, right? Because I don't have any timeouts. If he starts to call timeouts, then kind of puts us in a bad spot. So we get to 3rd and 3 here, and I'm like, okay, so let's, I may have enough time to like spike a ball or something like this, but he sort of just leaves A right there. As soon as we catch the ball, I immediately head out of bounds. And 2 things here. 1, I don't know if we could have kicked a field goal from here, but 2, I suck at kicking on all Madden. Absolutely suck. That's why we missed the extra point. So I was not feeling like, oh, I can kick a 61-yard field goal. I don't think so. So I'm hoping to just pick up a few more yards potentially here. As he goes here, ideally, if I had any sort of I had a timeout here. This is a really different scenario for what I'm doing, but I don't because again, with how he's playing with Dollar here, I always assume left DB, left linebacker now. They're both blitzing, leaving open a seam for us here. But again, I can't really throw the ball in the middle of the field. So he does a really good job. He's leaving stuff open, but leaving something open in the middle field here is absolutely fine. So I throw the ball away to just survive. Just give myself one more potential chance here. Because again, if I were him, I would probably do like the same sort of coverage, same blitz. It makes a lot of sense, honestly, to go back the same thing. And he sort of looks like he's going back to it, but he is and he isn't. So I have to try to get it out of bounds. So I'm trying to throw a corner out. He's obviously got a flat over there, and we don't get a reaction, but he does pick it off. But he's out of field goal range. He moves up just a little bit, and he misses the long field goal here too, to the right. I don't know if it would have gone in. It looks like it probably would have gone in, but he does shank it like a little bit. He probably hit it around the same that I did. So we are down. He gets ball down 4. It doesn't feel terrible to be down 4 because we've held him to a field goal. We do that again. We're in a good spot. Again, as he audibles, I'm audibling. I'm adjusting here, right? And whew, you would think like, oh man, that was a bad pass. That's George Karlaftis in coverage. You don't get mad when George Karlaftis doesn't make the play on the ball, okay? So fine. Again, I'm looking at the running back. I know that that's kind of where he's going to keep going. And it's a difficult play. He's doing a good job blocking everything. So it's, do we continuously blitz while he's blocking everything, or do we give ourselves other chances? Right here again, who's in coverage? 56. Why? It's not much. You can't put anyone you want there. You kind of have to just go with who exists on the team. And I need him for pass rush generally as well. So give and take. So again, let's see what we're doing here. We're looking there. Nice little, he's done like so many little tiny route changes. A hitch, a curl, a slant, a post, a wheel, an in, and like he's done all sorts of different things out here. And so in this case, again, before he'd moved Brees out and he blocked the tight end. You remember that? Well, at this time, I decide to throw this guy back in the zone here. And now I know I'm on the tight end because he's uncovered. So that is all I'm looking at. And that's the only thing. We actually cover everything super good. If he has time in the pocket, he's going to be able to hit that crosser. Doesn't, moves out. Cool. Again, we come down to here. He's going back to this pistol bunch tight end. There's normally only 2 plays people run out of here. And he does one of the 2. He gets it to 4th and 1. Okay, this is our chance because he's not going to kick the field goal here. I know he's not. So, okay, what do? Do we coverage up? Yes, we're going to try to coverage up here and see what happens. And we're playing it so good, so good. And I honestly, when he throws this, I peeled off, right? You see me sort of peel off and stop here. But I thought the ball, for whatever dumb reason, was still going to the receiver I was covering. So I hesitated. And when you hesitate, you lose. You lose. We played absolutely perfect coverage there for 99% of the play. And we left him open. We left him open. I mean, it is what it is, right? So he goes to this. He tries like a reverse. It's not a good play call. Again, we're playing a lot of coverage D down in the red zone. Yes, you can blitz, but little slants and zigs, they're gonna get open, and I don't necessarily want to try to do all that. So again, I'm trying to get all my coverage in. We sort of mess up a little bit there. He's rolling out. We've sent the coverage, and so I start to see these receivers over here. They're coming back. So I start to try to head back, but I'm just a little too late. Again, we're just a little too late. It was a great play. And the best part about it, as you can see, is he like sort of sets his feet, but Rodgers just throws us a missile. 17-6, boys. The dream is done. The dream is gone, right? Well, we'll find out. So we get the ball back. Obviously, I feel like we need to score kind of quickly. He's leaving things open. And that's the best thing I can do, is take advantage of what he's giving me. I'm putting the routes on the field. I'm putting 5 routes out on the field. I know one of them's gonna be open probably. I have to find the right one, right? Right here, I wanted to scramble a little bit. The deep post was gonna come open, but as we get up in the pocket, we get hit. That's very Madden. That is fine. No problem. We're not fumbling, thank God. So we get to 2nd and 9 here. And again, same sort of thing, but let me put this little flat route out here. I'm not putting that flat route out all the time on the tight end. It's not something I do very often. But when I do it, it becomes my first read because I feel like he's not throwing like a 0-yard purple over there, right? Now this play, we end up scrambling here, but let's take a look at it because we miss things. Like we miss potential points here for sure. So as we playmaker up, if I just stand in the pocket, X is open and RB is going to be wide open and A is open. So there's actually 3 routes that are open. But again, we gain positive yardage. Oh, I missed something. That is fine. We gain positive yards. Not like we took a sack or anything weird there. So again, I feel like the time crunch is on. And that was a horrible play. That was probably one of my worst reads of the day. But frankly, I threw it because if you see right here, the safety, first off, it is one-on-one. The safety has his hips turned. And so when I see that, that makes me think, okay, throw it. But then he adjusts whatever coverage he was in. I'm not 100% sure. And we throw it and I try to cut it off and we just get hit from the other side. Not a great read, but no harm, no foul, even though we had other things open. Again, totally fine. So I think right here, we're going to this. Yes. And again, I like the play, but we get hit really, really, really fast. some of his pass rush just got to us really, really quickly at times. And it is what it is. And this time, it's as good of a read in the play it is. I think what happened and what sort of like tipped me off on what to do on this play was that we got our play off before he finished his adjustment. So the fact that he was running with his user, right? We see his user just bolts over here, right? Watch. That tells me all I need to know that somebody is open, right? Look at him. He knows it's going to be open from the snap. As soon as I snapped the ball, he knew it was going to be open. And that tells me it's going to be open. So I'm going to throw it. Why? He wouldn't go run and cover the corner route if he didn't think it was going to be wide open. Simple. So we get down here. I'm like, well, let's just try a little run. We get amazing blocking. We go get the touchdown, 17-12. Now I got to go for 2. Nice little 2-point play that I like to normally run here is putting the running back on this little out route here. Again, because if you're not right on him, he's going to always like catch the ball up the field and in the end zone. Works out really well, especially with his coverage. We're down 3 points. It's a game. 1 stop, boys, or a field goal. We got a chance here. We got a chance. So he's going to get the ball. And great play. Great play. He's moving the ball. He wasn't necessarily playing to just clock it out. I don't think he's much of a runner. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. But he flips his trips here. So I have to do some form of adjustment. And again, he motions Brees out. So I adjust here to bring him back and do something there. And since we have a flat route over here, or a flat zone over here, I'm not worried about covering that. We see a crosser, we peel off. And again, this is great coverage. This is great defense. We did a really good job of finding when he wanted to go deeper down the field on us. He didn't really actually go deep on us, except for a couple of those crossers, which were just great plays. I can't stop every deep crosser in the game all game long. It's impossible. So again, here what he does, he changes something up, so we change something up, right? Even though it's not trips, we can go to a trips defense. I don't really know if he was in there, but EA says he was in. It's fine. He was open. I don't really care. Because he's moving the ball and he's out of bounds. The clock stops. It's fine. There's no issue there. He comes into here to do something. So again, I always want to make them think that I'm going to send pressure. But this time we basically just double Mabel for the most part. And as soon as I saw this little hook, you know it was coming. 2nd and 2. We're nearing the 2-minute warning. Time is getting close here. So again, you have to sort of play kind of aggressive, kind of not. And it's actually just not his best route combination here. If he sends the running back deep, which a lot of people do, it's a touchdown. It's probably a touchdown here, but he doesn't do it. And then over here, again, we're playing good, and we actually finally get somebody to break up a pass. It's so rare, but it happens. Will I take it? Absolutely. This play is interesting. 4th and 2, huge play. He audibles. And because I've already been making adjustments, this guy, because we're in a man coverage shell, when he audibles and he comes over, he's actually stays in a deep zone. So what do I do here? We see him, look, he's in a deep zone on the right side of the field. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, I tell you what, it is really good for covering crossing routes. So I'm just going to leave it. I can't put him in that zone across the field normally, but here in this case, we'll take it because in trips tight end, normally people like their crossing routes and their corner routes. Well, all right, we'll just leave it there. So again, we're coveraging up, and I feel like it was pretty good coverage. Should be. So he does have this guy open. If we're going to break down the play, that should have been his read. Maybe he was going tight end. Maybe he looks tight end. It's not quite there. The curl, maybe it's there. That's a little tight. He probably would have got that off because I think that's Karloftis. So again, I peel back And what is making this work? The zone from across the field is just following. And he throws it. It feels like maybe it's a little under pressure. We get the ball back down 3. Okay. Good defense. He did miss a read there. Maybe 2. We take it. Not all of us are perfect. I misread, you misreads. Trust me, you missed them too. It's fine. So I run the ball here again to slow the game back down just a little bit. The main reason I want to do that is, well, the clock is kind of on our side. I don't want to give him the ball back with any substantial amount of time because you've played this game. So I'm just sort of like, okay, we're going to play this a little slow. We're going to make our way down the field at my own pace. Go the 2-minute warning. Again, we have 2 minutes and 3 timeouts. There's plenty of time to do anything in this game. Plenty of time. So again, right here, real basic. What we have coming open here. Ideally, I probably would have thrown X pretty quickly or Y. They're both very open. But we get sacked. Where we get sacked, just good pressure. When he got good pressure on us, he got good pressure on us. I hurry up. He calls the timeout. It's a big play. He knows if he gets the stop here, the game's probably over. So he wants to set up and figure out the perfect sort of play call he can have. What did we say last time? He came into this situation with this dollar blitz. He sent a lot of pressure, protects the sidelines. Okay, that's fine. So what do I know? Well, last time he was blitzing the slot corner and the left screen linebacker were blitzing. So what do? I set up to take advantage of that, streaking the tight end. My entire first read is based on the linebacker. What does he do? Does he come down? Right? Is he blitzing? He is blitzing. Like it's instant. That as soon as I see him blitzing, I'm going up to see him. Instantly. 100% instant. Puts us in field goal range. And I can tell you this right now. I had a 0% chance I was going to kick a field goal in this game. It was not going to happen. It was not going to happen. A, I missed an extra point earlier. B, I'm not trying to go to overtime ever. If I can't win, then I can't win. Okay? Just the truth. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So we go here again. I'm still just taking the clock down. We're pretty close to the end zone now. I don't feel too bad about it. So let's just take the clock with us. Again, I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a hurry here because I'm in control and I'm mentally in control for what I want to do to try to take the win and move on in the tournament and win some more money. So again, we set up this real nice play here and you're going to see what happens. I think I actually messed up. I think I highballed it here. I'm pretty sure I did high pass it. Unnecessary. I never highball it, but I don't know why I did, but I did do it because it's a highball. If I don't highball it, that's a touchdown. It's my fault. I messed up. Just a regular pass. That's complete. That's a touchdown. I possession catch it. He slides in the end zone. Beautiful. It's beautiful. So we get to 3rd and inches. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to run the ball here. And the reason I took a timeout, probably think like, that's weird. Why would you take a timeout here? Off an incomplete pass, the play clock has lots of time. I see my entire team is like tired, right? They're not in the red, they're in this blue. And I said, it's a very important play of the game. I'm going to call timeout, get everyone fully rested for this play because we have to get the first down, basically, right? So that's why I call a timeout here. It's not a time-saving maneuver. It's just getting everyone at full stamina, essentially. And I can't take the timeouts with me, I promise you that. So we do that, and I'm just going for a run. He doesn't have an inside stuff or anything, but he gets a wicked. This is such a good shed. But Pacheco, he fights. We get it there. And do I call timeout here? No, I hurry up. Again, that's my whole plan. You got to go knowing into these plays what you want to do. We pick this up. I'm going to hurry up. Again, that helps with the clock. And then I'm going to snap a real quick play. So we hurry up. And again, I'm just ready to go hike. I'm trying. And we do a playmaker up again here on the running back. He chases it. So we run forward, and now we call timeout with 8 seconds left. 8 seconds left. We have 1 timeout. So I'm gonna I could have run technically. Would have been dangerous. So again, what are we setting up here? I put these 2 curls. I put B on a curl and A on a curl here. Just looking to see if I can find a quick curl, right? Because sometimes they just get left open. But B is actually there. But that's kind of tight. Y is open. So again, not the best field read sometimes. But I playmaker the running back up here. Because again, I'm seeing this guy. I'm thinking he's gonna come get us. So I playmaker him up. So he moves. His user's running away. And what does it do? It hits Pacheco in the arm. Hits him in the arm. It bounces up. So Travis Kelce will obviously catch it. No. So he drops it. So let's watch this in real time, just so you can. It's really easy for me to go back and be like, Y was open, B was open. But right here, I felt good. Madden 24, man. I catch that pass all the time. I honestly, I catch that. I'll say 9 out of 10. It may be a better percentage than that. That does not happen very often. So we have 3 seconds left here. I'm honestly flustered. I'm flustered here. So we have a curl, and I'm setting up 2 streaks here. And I probably did the wrong thing in this situation. I did. Last time in this case, we just chucked it to the left of screen tight end immediately. So that was what was in my head instantly. And I don't think anything was actually going to be open here anyway. But this is based on what we see out here. If I have to make a quick pass, it is the right pass because this guy is not going to defend it, but his user just runs over smartly. Or like he doesn't even rush anyone, right? So nothing was really going to be open. And he picks it off, and that's the ball game. So while we end up losing this game, I had a lot of fun playing the game. So shout out to Kurt, Stride, everyone who was involved. Thank you guys so much. It made me feel good to like compete, even though I'm not allowed to compete in the MCS or anything anymore. Nor do I truly want to. But it was nice to go in this environment, in this situation, and do that. And for me personally, because this was being streamed, my family actually watched it. I don't think they've ever actually seen me play Madden, and they watched it and like they were cheering, screaming, like they were like so into it. So it was awesome. Shout out to kmac, he won, and then he ended up beating Throne in the end for the championship, we'll call it. So not as bad as you guys think sometimes. It's okay. Love you guys. I'm out. Peace.